All right, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously, as you know, I just went ahead and dropped two new videos, vlogs really, on the YouTube channel. One is obviously titled "Unpopular Opinions with the Fine Line." Another one is titled I just got done watching that again. So yeah, excuse me. My message to all freshmen, all rising freshmen taking the ELC in the upcoming year. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I do understand that a lot of these opinions that I give from time to time, wherever they are, they're definitely, going to be unpopular, and you have to be willing to live with that. But I can assure you that I've gone through a lot of this pain way too long, the pain, the frustration, the anger, the anxiety, so many more things you can possibly name there. I have to give my testimonies out to the kids, and I got to give my testimonies out to their parents and all families, period. That's definitely what the Believable Faith Ministries part goes into. I have to give these testimonies out because I'm tired of people thinking I live it every day practically. I'm tired of people thinking they're right when they're wrong. They're filled with bias, bigotry, double standards, and etc. There's a ways to raise families. There's a ways to raise your kids. There's a ways to live, a ways to talk, a ways to act. But I've seen too much garbage over the years where almost nobody wants to be held accountable, but they all want to claim Jesus at the end of the day. Talk about how good God is. But they don't want to be held accountable to their own sin when people call them out. So, like I said, the LGBT video definitely, it means what it means for a reason because I'm tired of it. If you're going to call them out, you better call yourself out because that's one of the top things. If you don't call yourself out, you're not qualified to call them out. And another top thing, if a lot of these biased people get rid of that biasness with Christ and get to know your fellow man on a fellow man basis, like their personality, their attitude, their morals, their discipline, their respects. And I'm telling you, I do think that if we did that much for ourselves and for our communities and our families and etc., I do believe, once again, that would heal a lot of these wounds that we have. But again, a lot of people are too negatively stubborn and think that it's definitely either their way or the highway or their way or no way. And that's one of the top reasons why we are, again, living in this society cesspool of which we're continuously living in every single day. Again, the Bible, again, does say to be in the world but not of the world, and etc. Another Bible verse is very, very important to preach about when it comes to, again, people's stubbornness and comparing their life to this person and ways of the world versus the ways of God and ways of Jesus. And I'm just saying this because, again, if as many people were truly practicing faith the way they keep claiming they're practicing faith, the divorce rate wouldn't be up, abortions rate wouldn't be up. Again, so many things, like I said before, would not be up the way they are. So that's why I say these are definitely unpopular opinions, but you definitely got to take them into consideration. If people were truly practicing faith, would all these epidemics keep on existing the way that they exist? They exist because people have a lot of one-sidedness in them. They have a lot of hypocrisy and double standards. They think they know Christ, but they don't. They really, really don't. Again, I got baptized June 22nd, 2018. So again, I'm even more qualified to say this stuff. I'm tired of the garbage and the hypocrisy and double standards. And God knows, in order to help these kids and their families, I got to be willing to give my testimonies, even if it's unpopular opinions. And that's one of the top reasons why definitely, not everybody agrees with these opinions. Not everybody agrees with this and that. But again, God knows I got my responsibility. I really do. I got my responsibility at the end of the day towards Him first, towards these kids and their families, towards the community. I have my responsibility is to help heal, not just continue to keep negatively dividing and then wonder why we can't get along, wonder why, things are negatively the way they are. So again, like I said before, there's a lot more music coming soon that's going to, again, continuously go deeper and deeper into depth into all these opinions, all these facts, all the evidence. Because again, these are the times and these are the takes that fuel my music, fuel my energy with music, fuel my energy with, again, these vlogs, because I'm absolutely tired and disgusted of it. It's like somebody got to speak. Not to say you don't have a lot of people already speaking, but we got to do more than just speak. We also got to, again, go step by step and change our ways. Because, again, I'm the one that's been being ridiculed year after year, time after time, for helping people live up. Just because it's your right to do something does not mean what you're doing is right. And a lot of people either confuse those two or don't even pay attention to the second half, and they think that everything that they're doing is right. They've sold themselves on a lot of lies, delusions, and etc. Like I said before in my other video, what worked for one generation might not work for the next. And you have to continuously keep trying to adjust and adapt And if you're not continuously trying to innovatively do that through Jesus Christ's salvation, His wisdom, His guidance, His morals, His character, if you're not continuously trying to do that, then you, like I said before, that's why I go with the you failed at your job type thing. And so forth and so forth. Again, like I said, there's a lot of hurting kids, a lot of hurting families out there. I'm trying to be a beacon of hope for all of you and try to help heal this culture. Because I see it every day within my own life. I've seen the hypocrisy, the double standards between a lot of people who think they know what they're talking about, but they have no clue what they're talking about. No clue. And like I said before, especially going back to the LGBT stuff, as I said before, when you get to know these people on the basis that I just described, the human-to-human basis, personality, attitude, morals, discipline, and etc., when you get down to that nitty-gritty of it, again, you're probably going to gain a lot more respect for a lot of these people and learning their stories. You have to be as well willing to learn their stories. If you're not willing to learn their stories about why they are, just like your story about how you are, and etc., how do you ever expect to help heal and grow? How can you ever expect it? But a lot of people, they don't want to heal. They don't want to grow. They want to stay negatively stubborn in their old, negative, bias, etc. ways. That's why I said before, a lot of people are in the devil's matrix and don't even realize it. And again, the evidence proves it. You can't keep claiming Jesus and keep claiming, again, same word, same person, just, yeah, first and last name there. You can't keep claiming Jesus, can't keep claiming Christ, can't keep claiming the Bible, church, God, Holy Trinity. You can't keep claiming all these spiritual things, all these devices that are there to help you grow, learn, build, develop, and evolve. You can't keep claiming these things, and you're not doing any of that. You're not evolving. You're not growing. You're not trying to grow. And that's what I've seen within so many people. They're not trying to grow. They want to claim all those vices, but they don't want to grow. They don't want to get rid of their biased standards towards race, towards religion, towards nationality, towards true callings, and etc. They don't want to want to do it. And etc. Again, I got to give my testimonies. One of the top things and again, God bless Miss Taylor A. Wilson. I believe at Stetson University right now, Nice alumni, grad, a FCA star, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. She was a star in that club. I would never forget going in there when there was like 5-10 minutes left, and she gave a little testimony and definitely told us, it was like probably like 15, I don't really know, people was in the classroom, but she said, if you, I always remember her saying about, if you don't give your testimony, that's a sin. You know, if you don't give your testimony to help somebody else, help heal, and etc., that's a sin. And again, it makes all the sense in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Again, sorry for my stuttering. I definitely have always had that problem. But like I said before, God knows I'm willing to accept these problems, and I'm willing to possibly get diagnosed with something in the near future when it comes to these problems of stuff like stuttering, because I do it a lot. I'm not even going to lie, I stutter a lot. But like I said before, are you willing to take these steps to heal, or are you just going to keep on pretending that you are okay, even when the evidence proves you're not? Never seek help. And again, because a lot of people biasly hide behind that verse that says, bring all your burdens to Him when it comes to the Heavenly Father. A lot of people biasly hide behind that. Because again, if they were truly bringing their problems to the Heavenly Father, why do they keep repeating negatively the same actions with the same attitude, and etc.? Again, the Bible also claims, they will claim to know me, but due to their actions and etc., they never did. You will know them by the fruits of which they bear. And one of the top things I can definitely assure you that I've been bearing for a while now, if not years, the fruits of wisdom, discernment, prosperity, wanting everybody to God first, Jesus above all, succeed within God first, everything in their life. Unbiasedly, and very fruitful, and very energetic, and just so many other things that I can name. Again, you have to decide which side of history you want to be on. The side that just kept negatively jamming us all, the side that really stood for real justice. Again, excuse me for my burping I'm kind of doing right now. But again, shout out to Taylor A. Wilson, Nice FCA, Pastor Anthony Guadalupe at Rebirth Church, and just everybody. Because God knows I got my purpose and I got my destiny. And without Jesus and without my faith, like literally without my faith in Jesus, I do believe years ago I would have been dead. God, honestly, I would have been dead. Not because I was in any type of, stuff I shouldn't have been in, but just because of all the stress and the anxiety and the depression. And even the depression word for me is a tad bit sensitive because I think that my stuff is not fully depression. I think it's just frustration and anxiety, really. I think it's definitely more frustration and anxiety. It's more of those two things than it is depression for me. So forgive me if that's a very, very sensitive word to some people and I'm misusing it. Forgive me. But I can assure you, again, these are testimonies that you got to be willing to give. You have to be willing to do this. You have to be willing to do this. But again, try to give it Jesus above all when you're most comfortable. I'm definitely going to, again, another note for all the kids. And not just the kids, but everybody out there dealing with whatever you're doing. You got to be willing to give these testimonies, but again, try to give it when you're most comfortable, and other stuff like that. But sometimes you got to be willing to step out of your regular comfort zone and establish another one in order to grow into, again, a better person. And these are things that, like I said before, a lot of people aren't willing to do. They're biased. The Bible clearly condemns their behavior, clearly. But they're biased towards one or two scriptures, which they use to defend. They're biased, their hypocrisy, their double standards. And then they look at you like you're the crazy one and like you're the one that needs help. Because again, God knows my life, past, present, and future. The church, my soul lives in the church in many cases. I got a song coming out titled, I think My Soul Lives. I do believe so. Or in the church, because my soul lives in the church, man. My soul lives for Jesus. My soul is so many ways, like I said, in so many ways, I'm Jesus Christ salvation oriented in so many ways. And I'm just tired of people claiming his name, but not willing to adapt and adjust to anything new. Always want to think they're right when they're biasedly wrong about everything, and etc. But most definitely, again, church is one of those vices, ladies. Again, I'm not saying that, again, negative, wrong stuff hasn't happened in the church. And, when it comes to people, losing their faith, period, or losing their faith in the church or losing their faith in man or whatever they got going on. I'm not saying that stuff hasn't existed, but I can assure you this. I'd rather die. Me personally, I'd rather die trying to know exhausted. I'd rather die knowing I tried to exhaust / use all my options of help, because again, God brings people in your life for reasons. Again, his timing is so great. It's so great, and you ultimately can't deny it once you've been through it enough times. You got to decide. You got to decide whether you're gonna die trying to exhaust every single option for help and redemption and recovery as you can, or you're gonna be biased, protect your sin under one or two scriptures, ignore the rest, and then pretend as if everything's all fine and dandy at the end of the day. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my testimonies. I just got to give it to y'all straight up 100 with that. Because I'm just tired of it, personally. I'm just personally tired of it, and this is what I got to do. Because, again, a lot of people, again, shame me for trying to stay behind and help these kids the way I'm doing. But, again, I got to do it because that's my calling. My calling is to go out there and help these kids and help their families learn, build, and grow through Jesus Christ's salvation. Let's evolve. Let's evolve, not negatively stay the same. It's so many things. And it's easy. And it's easy for you to. It's easy for anybody to tell me that I'm afraid to grow up and move on when they're not in my shoes with seeing what I'm seeing. And I can definitely assure you that, again, use your own Jesus Christ salvation discernment on that, because again, a lot of us got our own vices when it comes to that, our own opinions when it comes to that. But again, if what you're doing is hurting your family, think about it. Is that truly of Jesus or is that of the devil? Think about it. It's not fully that hard. Is it advancing you and your growth and development, or is it keeping you very, very stagnant? Because I can assure you, definitely when it comes to me futurely, having kids with my future wife, whenever those days come, whenever I do get officially married and have kids with her, I can assure you, I'm not going to raise my kids the way I've seen so many other parents raise theirs. I'm not doing that. The way I'm raising my kids is the same way I'm trying to help teach and mentor all these other kids. To be the God first, utmost, unbiased individual, unselfish individual you possibly can. When it comes to being the best walking embodiment of faith you possibly can. To have the utmost Jesus Christ salvation, free mind of thinking and etc. Free-minded thinkers, and etc. To be very Jesus-oriented and know how to construct certain projects, know how to, go about this and that, so forth and so forth. Because I'm just saying, too many people claim them, but they don't live up, and the evidence is there. with all these epidemics. The evidence is there. More coming soon. My testimony. Your boy, the man, NJ to the city. God bless. I love y'all. Peace.